Let's talk about how to use risk management to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Our 19th of my favorite top 20 supersizing strategies, guiding, scaling, building, growing, supersizing your business. I'm sharing my top 20 at the beginning of this year just for something different and something I think that is really valuable. And each of these strategies could be very, very complicated and hard to implement, or we could break it down into a simple 4-step process to help us test if we happen to not be using one of these strategies. And chances are you're not using all 20, which means there's always room to grow, right? This is a year of growth for so many of us. And so what are the 4 steps in using the risk management strategy? Step 1, of course, is risk identification. What possible risks are out there that could threaten your business or your business operations? Definitely need a magnifying glass. Things like market changes, things like the COVID pandemic. Guess what? We got an election year coming up. So do we think that there might be some shenanigans coming down the pipeline that could impact our business? We want to identify what they could possibly be and what we're going to do about it. It's the whole reason we have contingency plans. But we need to know what the possible risks are and identify them. So market changes, financial risks, operational changes, supply changes, availability. You know, none of us thought a few years ago that our businesses could actually be physically shut down and everything in the world could stop for, geez, it ended up being over 2 years. And there's still ramifications of that pandemic that are hitting a lot of us and a lot of our businesses. So we want to identify what are some of the risks that could impact us and our ability to grow. Secondly, we need to do a risk assessment. So once we identify those risks, we need to assess what is the actual probability of those things happening, as well as what are some of the possible impacts on our different business assets, our business activities, our business operations. Then step 3 is, of course, we got to have a way to mitigate those losses or those risks, right? We have to have strategies and we need to develop and implement them in order to minimize the impact on our business and our business operations of any of the possible risks should they occur. It's, again, the contingency plan thing. It's why we have contingency plans for our business. And if you don't, I highly recommend that you do have a documented plan that says this is what we do in case this happens. This is what we do in case there's a tornado. I live where there's tornadoes. This is what we do if there's a blizzard. This is what we do if there's a flood. This is what we do if there's a global pandemic. I will tell you, before 2020, I did not have pandemic or terror. I guess we did have terrorist acts built into our contingency plans, but we never had a global pandemic. So we do now. And then finally, step 4 is to monitor and always be adapting your plan based on the changing world around us, the changing environment, the changing competitive environment, etc. Whatever the risks are for you that you found in your identification, assessment, mitigation, and monitoring. You're going to monitor what's going on in the world and continually be improving and assessing your plan for dealing with risk. We all have different levels of risk tolerance and risk aversion. I don't like risk very much. I don't like things that I personally can't control in my businesses and in my life. So I set things up and I control the things I can control, and I set plans in place to take care of the things that I have absolutely no control over, so that I make sure they don't have a huge negative impact on me, my family, those I love and care about, my businesses, etc. So curious, what are you doing in your organization with respect to risk and risk management from a strategic standpoint? We all have to deal with it on the fly as it hits us, but do you have a process and a plan documented to deal with this? Curious, share in the comments below. Any questions, hit me up about it. Again, we're taking these strategies and we're breaking them down into 4 simple steps, so that if you don't have anything about risk management in your organization, you can quickly and easily test and see if this is a strategy that could benefit you and the growth of your business. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow for number 20 of our top 20 Supersize Your Business strategies. Have an awesome day.